Hey everyone, the numbers are in for Palmetto Trace in Panama City Beach for 2023. I'm Craig Duran over at the Duran Group with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices. I know a lot of you know my dad lives in Palmetto Trace, so I'm personally kind of keen on following the market in there, but like to put this together for everybody that lives in there so you can have some sense of the market. In this video, I want to go through what happened in 2023 with pricing and also look ahead to see what we may have coming for the spring market. But also before I dig into that, I want to show you a little bit kind of a sneak peek at a campaign we're running for at least the first quarter of this year, maybe a lot of this year. Selling real estate, selling a house in 2024 is very, very different than it was even a couple of years ago. Certainly different than when I started 20 years ago. I can remember when I first started, we were really just scratching the surface of even using professional photographers to shoot photos for us. We weren't even really dealing with building out websites yet, and certainly we weren't talking about video. But check out some of these statistics I think are really important. If you're thinking about selling this year, or you have friends or family, and this is going to apply to anybody anywhere in the country that's selling when the market is a little bit slower than it has been. Check out a couple of these statistics. Real estate listing, and this is a sneak peek. These aren't a finished product, but I want to give you a kind of a quick look. Real estate listings marketed with video receive 403% more inquiries than those without. In fact, let me look at the latest numbers. We have one of the properties we have marketed right now in Palmetto Trace. We just ran another ad, and it has in the last 3 days received 2,341 views on YouTube. Real estate listings marketed with videos received 403% more inquiries. Oh, sorry. 75% of home buyers consider a virtual tour to be a significant factor in their decision-making process. And 51% of home shoppers use YouTube as their number one. This will have an E when we get it fixed. As their number one destination for research. Think about a couple of those statistics just for a second. We'll get into the numbers. Google is still the number one search engine. YouTube is the number two search engine. Social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they all put very, very high priority on video content. We all like to watch video. We're all watching more and more video. The younger generation certainly is consuming video at a higher rate than kind of flat content. So if the market's slower, it's taking a little longer to sell a house, and you can do something that's going to make you generate 403% more inquiries, I mean, it should be a no-brainer. So make sure either it's you or friends, family, anywhere in the country, if they're going to sell something this year, a piece of real estate, professional photography should just be a given, and it should be a good photographer. There are plenty of professional videos, and it's not an agent walking through a house and saying, "Oh, cool, look at this," and putting some cool music behind it. It's professional videographer, professional editor, 3D tours. One statistic I didn't show you: properties marketed with a 3D tour sell 28% faster. We're just starting to layer those into all of our listings also. So it's really about building a multimedia presentation anymore, because we're just trying to show up on the web as much as we can. And if we can do something, again, that's going to get 403% more looks, sign me up. All right, enough of that. Beating the dead horse. Let's start with the detached single family market. We're going to go through detached and attached in Breakfast Point, starting with the detached market across the beach. I have this run at 400 to 750,000. It's a little high for the top end of Palmetto Trace, but I think it's worth looking at. This market's been pretty steady. Our months of inventory, remember, 5 or 6 months of inventory represents a neutral market. We were anywhere between 2.61 and 5.14 for most of the year. We spiked a little to 9.43 in November. I'm hoping that's just an outlier. We're sitting at 5.2 right now. A couple things. We are slowing down. You can see that the trend is slowing down. The good news is it's a little bit different than the condo market. It's a nice, subtle, slight slowdown. It's more probably going to keep pricing flat unless we see a change, unlike the condo market, which is a little more extreme. When you look at the detached single family sales in Palmetto Trace for 2023. Let me get this adjusted. I have this organized chronologically for you. Let's start with smaller 3.2s and go from there to see if we can pick up any trends. Early in the year, about 2,000 square feet sold for $499. 2,200 square feet sold for $649, and I'm not picking up the differences in pools and all that kind of thing. 510,000. If we go to 4 bedrooms, let's see if I can get similar square footage here. So 2,800 square feet, 580,000. 2,500 square feet for 548. 2,200 square feet. We worked on this one. We were pretty pleased with the price here. 575 for 2,247 square feet and no pool. Recent sale of 2,200 square feet for 426. You can see the difference. There are pricing in Palmetto Trace can be a little bit tricky for a few reasons. There are, a few different builders between some of the early St. Joe models and then David Weekley Homes that came in later. And then, of course, you have a variety of lot premiums. Some of the lots are larger. Some have no neighbors behind. Different sections of Palmetto Trace differently have advantages and disadvantages. And then, of course, the condition. Palmetto Trace is an established enough neighborhood that some people have done a lot of renovations, some people not so much. So hopefully that gives you some sense of where the activity's been. Not bad that we had 14 sales, a little over one a month for 2023. If you look at the attached single family market, this market's more affected by the spike in interest rates again last year. Interest rates have been coming down for about a month, but look at where this attached market's very much in buyer market territory, 6.86 months, 9.17 months here recently. If you look at sales on the attached units in 2023, 2 bedrooms sold for $329, $324.5, $320. I know there are a couple different plans there. Down to $295. I think that's somewhat representative of what you just saw in that graph. Back up to $315, $280, $300. See how prices have come down slightly, into the high twos. If you look at 3 bedroom sales, $355,000 is the only sale in all of 2023. Going forward, there's only one property under contract at the moment in Palmetto Trace. I just ran a few other neighborhoods. I think off the top of my head, Breakfast Point right now has 4 homes pending on resales. This isn't new construction. So Palmetto Trace has been a little slow for the last few months now. It'll be interesting to see where this one lands. This is a 3-2 house with a pool over in one of the first phases. The competition right now, if you're selling, let's start with the attached single family market. We have 3 bedroom, 2 bath attached units priced from $369 to $379. So if you're selling, especially if you're selling a 2 bedroom, you have some opportunity right now because there is no competition. If you're selling one of the 3 bedroom plans, again, a couple different of those over there, you'll have to see condition versus these others. As far as homes for sale, there are only 4 on the market right now, which is a little encouraging. Not a lot of supply, so a buyer that wants to be in Palmetto Trace doesn't have a lot of choice. 102 Amherst Way is asking $579. This is a really, really pretty house on a private lot over on Bainbridge for $585. Really, really nice quality. Another one over on Kensington for $630, and a really nice house with a pool over on Bainbridge for $635. A couple of things we're talking to buyers about and encouraging them to consider Palmetto Trace is all the things that are coming very close to Palmetto Trace. The 27-acre hospital is well underway. I understand that the geotech is being done for the development over there. The building that you see almost finished is already pre-leased with urgent care, primary care, orthopedics, cardiovascular. So really, really exciting. Top Golf coming, the Dolly Parton thing coming. Maybe those are more appealing in some ways for second home, short-term rental property owners, but I think that any of that that's close to Palmetto Trace is a selling point. So we're talking to buyers a lot about that. I know most of you are already signed up for our e-alert system, so anytime something does happen in Palmetto Trace, you'll be notified. Also, a lot of you are signed up for our newsletter that goes out every Friday morning. If you want to be signed up for either one of those, no obligation, no charge for any of that. Just give me a call, shoot me a text, 850-290-0417. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.